And so the two of them work together as companions. And you're going to, what does X49 do? It elevates AHKCU. X39, of course, as we know, elevates GHKCU. They're copper peptides. They're mother and daughter peptides. GHK is ubiquitous. It's found throughout the entire body. AHK is found in more specialized tissue, and therein lies the power of X49 and AHK. So, like GHK, AHK will decline with age. So GHK is glycine, histidine, lysine. AHK is alanine, histidine, lysine. What we definitely don't make, but I'm going to tell you because you're going to find out anyway, is that it's used in hair growth. It's found by Dr. Lauren Picard in studies to actually be 10 times more effective than GHK at inducing hair growth. Those of you that are so interested, the recommendation from this doctor would be to go from microneedling to open up the pores, and then you can see if anything happens after that. Of fitness claims. Fitness claims notably fit in very well with general wellness. So we need to understand how the two of these are going to work together, and do they complement one another? And I'm happy to say the answer is yes. Blood testing isn't actually the best way to detect AHK because it's mostly found in the brain and the heart and the muscle. GHK is very easy to detect in the blood. AHK, not so much. In fact, AHK is very difficult versus AHKCU. So once AHKCU binds with copper, it's more easily detectable. And that's because AHK has a shorter life in the blood. We'll take a baseline blood draw. We'll take a blood draw at 24 hours and then at 7 days. And in a new study, what we're looking at is blood testing over a period of 2 months. And we're also looking at the effect that diet has on muscle growth relative to X49. So you'll hear is that we found that X49 was elevating AHK, but in a study where we looked at food diaries, and we found out, sure enough, it's that when people have diets which are low in alanine, which is common in a vegan diet, that X49 is not as effective. So you stay on a vegan diet, you could add soy, you could add any number of types of beans. These are rich in alanine, or for those of you that consume red meat, eggs, fish, poultry, you're good. X49 AHK would induce osteogenisis, so formation of new bone cells. So X49 may increase bone density. There's a number of factors, of course, that are involved with this. Does a person have enough dietary calcium? Do they have adequate vitamin D to facilitate absorption of the calcium into the bone? You know, these are all kinds of questions that we have, but the chemistry is there. So the people in their 70s were doubling their strength in 60 days. So we found even within the first week of using X49, people were starting to see improvements in their strength and stamina, and most people will see results their very first week. Like carnosine, which is an antioxidant that contains alanine, AHK is also found in the heart, and there's probably going to be some cardiovascular benefits to this that are rather significant. They're things that we can't make claims about, but as you saw just a moment ago, that AHK induces repair of the endothelial lining, so this would indicate that it might reduce our risks in certain areas of life. If you period of 60 days in this test group, which were people over the age of 40, and a number of people in the group were in their 60s and 70s, only 2 months of using just X49. So this really begs the question, what happens if we combine it with X39? X49 only versus the combination of the two. We saw on the number of calories burned, over a 90% improvement. Now, bike top speed increased by 27% versus 22% with the combination. The distance that was traveled was also increased by the combination of the two, or X49 only. Now, we were speaking about health of the heart. There's a real improvement in endothelial function, and this translates into not only a decrease in the pulse rate, but a change and improvement in blood pressure. So here we see, just using X49 only versus the combination of two, the pulse rate comes down. Not only have they gained more strength, stamina, and lean muscle, but the amount of body fat also reduces. What this equipment does is it calculates risk for things like cardiovascular disease, and then it just puts it into a simple percentage. So at this body fat relative to muscle mass, he's 53% higher than ideal in body composition. Now, this is what happens after using X49 just for 2 months. I'm going to put those images side by side so you can see them. Okay, so at age 74, not only was he able to get a reduction in body fat, but look what happened with the health risk now. 53% to 20%. So definitely see when you go out and exercise with this is you will not get as sore when you're exercising. Your body will be able to take more resistance and stress, and you're going to recover much faster after exercise. This is in line, making sure that you're taking adequate amounts of healthy protein and fat, and using this to support a muscle building and strength and stamina routine. It appears there's a number of things that are going on here. One is that the cardiovascular system itself seems to be going through some repair, and there's also a relaxation response in the autonomic nervous system. By the way, if someone had high blood pressure, I would not be using only this product for reduction in blood pressure. I would be combining it, again, with a healthy diet and a number of nutritional supplements like vitamin K2 that we know are going to help to clean out the arterial walls. And with a functional MRI, we are looking to see how their overall cognition improves over time. So what we may find as a result of the combination of X39 and X49 is that it reduces a person's susceptibility to things like 5G. This is going to open up some opportunities because we have people in their 20s and teens that are using X49 and getting great results. And so in athletics, as you all know, it's about that 1% difference in performance. That means the difference between a gold medal and not placing at all. So this is the beauty of it. It's incredibly simple. Just like X39, you can apply it just about anywhere on the body, and it works. Without all of you, none of this happens. So thank you for being a gift to the world and making this world a better place. God bless you all. Thank you.